guys, and welcome back to Savvy Seeds. So it is finally summer. We had the longest winter ever. Not actually winter, but the rain lasted until the end of June this year on the West Coast. Every day, rain, rain, rain. So, and it was very cold, which means everything is only starting now. Well, I mean, I started my seeds and my plants and stuff like that early in the spring. Usually, I always do everything in March, so, but because we ended up getting even more frosts really late, past like the last frost date, like a month later. And because it was so wet, I ended up having to reseed some of my vegetable garden a month later. But it's going now, so that's good. All my cold weather crops in my veggie garden obviously did fantastic. I've grown the largest broccoli of my life. The beets are huge, the carrots are huge. They just love the cold weather, so nothing bolted. My radishes were enormous. I've already eaten them all. They're gone, and well, it's too warm now, so they would have bolted, and I've replaced their spot with some tomatoes. So I had a really busy couple months, so I did not post. Ooh, mosquitoes are horrible this year too. But now it's back to normal in my life, and so you're gonna see some regular updates. So I gotta do a couple things for you. One, I gotta take you on a tour of the vegetable garden. Two, we're gonna water, so I'm gonna show you just some cool basic watering techniques. And then I think I'm gonna do a small tour around the yard because I did some updates. We had a lot of flooding in November, then and last year we had a heat dome, and we don't get really big heat here, but it was over 40 on the West Coast, and that's Celsius. That's not normal here. There's a lot of mosquitoes. I'm sorry, that's what I'm waving at, mosquitoes. Ooh. Yeah, over 40, and then it was followed by a really rough winter that was very cold and very snowy. So I lost some trees, lost plants, just lost things, or like they survived the winter, or no, they survived the summer heat dome, and then like the winter just like crippled them, and they just couldn't like recover at all. And now I'm starting to see them die. And I'm not gonna replace them at this point because now we're into summer. So anyways, we got some stuff to look at. I installed a water feature. We installed a water feature in the pond this year, so that's cool. I'm gonna show you that first, I think, and then we're gonna head on over to the garden. I also planted fruit trees this spring, so I'm gonna show you the fruit trees. That's cool. And then we'll do a quick little tour of the yard, so that way when I show you my next videos, you'll start hopefully seeing some things in bloom. Should they be blooming by now? Probably, but my irises just died, and my peonies just bloomed at the end of June. Crazy. I had daffodils really late. Okay, let's get going. All right, so we installed this new garden here. And this was always here, the rock structure. We always have added this, but we've never got it going. There's lots to do. So yeah, it's running now. And hopefully my plants are gonna bloom soon. Well, that was a white iris. But I got some baby hostas in there. I got a little white feather hosta and a curly fry hosta. That's cool. I'm excited about that. I also got a rare hosta. I'll show you my hostas. One second, let's adventure. Okay, we got a prayer hosta. There's a curly fry, and that's a white feather that's really tiny. Not so excited about that right now. But anyway, oh, I got a little mouse here too, doing real good. Check out that cutie. All right, let's move to the veggies. All right, check it out. The sun came and it hit that compost I added and all the Gaia kelp meal, and it just went crazy. Okay, so a few things happened. One, my giant pumpkin plant for this year is completely gone. My giant pumpkins, that is one, right there. Look how small it is. It just started now, so I don't think I'm gonna get a giant pumpkin this year. That 1,000-pound goal is, I don't even think, possible. it wouldn't grow. It drowned. I had to restart, I think, 4 times because it just drowned every single time. Lots of drowning. There's a couple there, but again, I mean, they have 2 true leaves, so I'm sad, but that's life. The one that is growing, I did not plant. It was in my compost, and I swear it sensed that, because this is mostly compost in this bin, the pumpkin patch, but I swear pumpkins sense that I got compost and they just come out of nowhere. I did have to change my plants. So because that's all I got for a giant pumpkin in July 12th, seriously, it's not enough. I've never grown pumpkins in July, so I always start in March, or I start indoors around March and then move them out. That's not enough. Anyways, so I did put some Plan Bs in here while I let the mystery pumpkin go. It's probably gonna be small orange ones because that's the one that usually just randomly shows up. These are gray pumpkins. Maybe they're gourds, but they're called pumpkins. I seed collect, so they came up, but they're the size of my giants. That's why I have no hope for those giants right now. I also put some orange pumpkins in, and I got a couple white pumpkin plants. It's a lot of plants. We'll see. I don't know. My poppies that magic appear all over my yard that I planted one time, and they just show up in gardens. Grew itself in here, and I left it because I had no pumpkins until like a week ago. And I also have a sunflower in here. Why? I don't know. These 2 scents that I have empty space, and they just appear around my yard. Okay, my garden's a little wilty because it's in the middle of the heat right now, and a lot of things are cold creatures, but oh my god. Look at this zucchini. Okay, first of all, these are my stand units, right? Sprout Box Canada. Yeah, check out. I came back from vacation. I was gone for a week. Came back. This was like the size of the pumpkins, the little guys. Came back and it was like this. This is Romanesco zucchini. I have already been eating it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you can't see because there's a leaf. Look at that zucchini. Got another one there. I got another one. This leaf, man, I'm telling you. They're really pokey. There's another one. Keeps going. Look at that, just over the bin. I didn't realize it got this big. I'll be real right now. I had no idea. I thought, oh, it's zucchini. It's gonna fit in this. No, it doesn't. It's huge. Okay. Look at that. There's just zucchini. They're everywhere. I'm gonna be eating a lot of zucchini this year. I haven't grown zucchini for a few years because one year I had way too much zucchini and I was eating zucchini every single day. I also thought because it was going to be a normal sized zucchini plant, which is huge, I planted all my herbs in there, and I'm pretty sure, well, the thyme is gone almost. That's oregano. It should be huge, but it's losing space, and so are my chives. Are all losing space. They were doing good. Losing space to this zucchini. And there's my parsley and green onions. Pretty sure it's going to be dead by the end of the summer with the size of zucchini because it's going to lose its light. Look at it. It's going to lose light. So I'll probably have to restart my herb garden next year. I can probably eat some of that, but I can already tell it's going to go. Oh well. That's fine. At least I got a cool zucchini plant, so that's cool. Okay, corn. Had to restart this a few times. I'm sure local farmers had the same issue, or anybody who is suffering in the weird weather this year. Had to restart that lots of times. At least 3. Got some weird bug damage on this. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Okay. This was where our radishes were. Ate them. Gone. Got some tomatoes in here. These are my beets that are, they're almost done. So I've been eating them already. But they are big in there. Huge beets. I'll show you on the other side. My carrots, again, doing well because it was so cold. So cold. So I got good carrots. Beets need water, but look at the size of that beet. Can you see it? Yeah, they're all big. And I've been eating the beet tops because they're huge too. I've never had beet tops that big. They're nuts. They're crazy. I'll show you this. Look at the size of this beet top. Oh my god. They're delicious. Okay. These are all the tomatoes I started from seed. I was having no tomato success because of the cold. I bought these 2 plants. That's why they were in there. I was really ready to turf them. These are all my seed started ones. They're finally doing good because it's finally warm. And so are my peppers. They're doing good also because it's finally warm. Lots of pepper plants. Got bell peppers and I got some hot peppers, which I don't like to eat. I have no use for them, but I do enjoy watching other people eat them. So one of them I got is, I bought this one clearly. This one's a Trinidad Scorpion. The other ones that are hot in here I grew from seed, and I had to restart them so many times I've lost their labels, but I'll know what they are once they grow, because there's like jalapeno and then another when I got the packages, so I'll figure that out later. And I got more tomato plants that I grew. Here are beans that also I've never had trouble growing ever, and these green beans were brutal to get going this year. I had to the slugs were awful. I had a lot of slug damage on everything. If you look at early leaves, and all my lettuce was just an awful year for slugs. They loved that nice cold wet, but they're gone now as much. So with the heat, they don't really like it as much, I don't think. But the beans, I had to restart so many times. I went through like 3 packages of beans, like the big packages of 100. I swear, I went through that many just to get to this. This is all I got. It's depressing. I've never had trouble growing beets. Like, it's not something that is hard. Anyway, the potatoes, because it was so cold, well, they were like way up here. Now they're leaning over because I can't support them anymore. I've tried. The supports are now, but they're happily growing like a overheating bush, like that zucchini. And even like where they're almost broken, they're still happy. So I leave them because I have no way of supporting them. They just keep growing out new shoots up here anyway, so I'm just going to add layers of stuff because it looks like they're going to grow. So there we go. They got so big that they choked out my they choked out the garlic. There's no garlic. That's not going to grow. And some of my onions got choked out because that grew to an enormous size I've never had here either. I never get potatoes that size. They're usually like mild size. Those got huge. And my onions that didn't get choked by potatoes are doing pretty good. So that's cool. Happy with that. Alright. Broccoli this year has been amazing because of the cold. I've already eaten broccoli. The head was at least 16 inches round. Here's another one growing. You can see like they're massive. They're just massive. I've never been able to grow broccoli that didn't flower, so that's great. Swiss chard has been huge also. Get rid of some of these extra leaves there. But I mean, it's just massive. And same with the kale. Huge. Massive leaves. Very healthy. Massive leaves because of the cold. Lettuce has been doing very good, but you could tell there was a lot of slug damage at the beginning in the early part, in the older leaves. So that's not cool. I've never grown celery before, and I'm not sure I'm gonna grow it again. I don't know if it was the year, or if it just needs more heat, or if it got overcrowded with the other guys. But I don't think that's worth it. Alright. Here's my asparagus growing. It's doing really good actually. This is year 1 for it, so I said on the package it takes 3 years. I don't know, but there's some here that look like asparagus babies, so that's cool. I'm excited about that. Looks good, so I've never grown it. This might be too much asparagus in one spot. I didn't think it was all gonna come up, to be honest, but it did. So if you guys got asparagus tips, Hook me up. I have no idea what I'm doing with asparagus. I don't even know why it's fuzzy. I knew that it would look like that, but... Ooh, we got some weeds, guys. Ugh. There we go. Yeah. Okay, peas are almost ready for harvest. This is like a crazy mound of peas. It's just really thick. There's a lot of pea happening here. I love peas. I love it. I'll probably, honestly, I'm just waiting for them all to get really fat, and I'm probably gonna pick them all and then eat them within a day or two. And then I'll probably get a really sore stomach, but it'll be so worth it because they're delicious. Who doesn't love peas? Okay, this is a plant that I started from the inside, and I think I mixed it up with my cucumbers. And it's planted. Now, my suspicions are correct that it was another Romanesco zucchini because it's so big in with my cucumbers. I'm gonna be eating zucchini forever. It's just gonna be nuts. Okay, lots of cucumbers. They're doing great now. They took a hard start there, but I'm gonna use this Romanesco to grow on. And maybe my maybe my cucumber will use it as a support and choke it out because I don't need that much. I don't need a billion plants of that. But I'm gonna have to add some supports here, and most likely what's gonna happen is that this is gonna be done really quick, and there's a big metal support in there, and I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna move it over here. So I'll put something temporary on this side and string up these guys that are getting a little bit too long, and then I'll take it out from in there somehow, put it over here. Yeah, so that's my veggies. Oh yeah, you guys gotta see. Check out this. It's looking good. Compost is in the direction. This is my flower garden. So these are dahlias. Here's my first trees I got persimmon. I don't know if persimmons are gonna grow here, but I'm trying. I don't know. I got a lot of sun in this spot. It's always sun here. I put some black bulbs here, but they rotted because they drowned. They drowned, guys. Everything drowned this year. Okay, from seed, I started. This is a golden huckleberry. I forget other thing. My golden pearls died, so I'm gonna try restarting those another time. And this is my goji berry. Doesn't look like it's having success either. But my strawberries are. It's been a weird year, guys. My blueberries are probably gonna have to move. Maybe if that goji doesn't work, I'm just gonna whoosh, stick them over there, because I read that goji berry gets pretty big anyways, so I don't think that's gonna be a good spot for that plant anyway. So I'll move it. But my strawberries were really good. Unfortunately, it was mostly just leaves and not very many berries because of the fact we had no sun when they needed sun. They grew, they got to white stage, lots of them, no sun. So there's a couple that went red, there's a couple in the back. But let me tell you, the ones from the earlier in the year, they didn't taste good. They did not taste good. They had no flavor. There was nothing to make them sweet. They were gross. Gross, gross, gross. It was depressing. These ones are actually pretty good because they're nice and sweet. Okay, here's what a normal zucchini plant looks like. So you can see that my spacing, I should have done it the opposite way here. Who knew? I should have looked into Romanesco, clearly. Didn't. Okay, these are Black Beauty zucchini. Looks like a normal zucchini, also a normal size. And again, I'm gonna be eating so much zucchini. Yeah, clearly gonna have to give it away. Okay, that's it for here. Oh no, I didn't check my compost. That's essential. We use it a lot. It gets full, very high quickly, and it goes whoosh, right down. So we're gonna have lots of nice dirt in there by next year to top these guys up, because yeah, they've gone down quite a bit. You can see it now. The worst bin, I think, is this one. I've been adding stuff in here, but it's gone down about 8 inches, I think. This one's the worst one. So let's take a tour of the gardens. Okay, tree number 1. This is an apple. These are all their first year, so Gravenstein. I think I'm gonna get all a total of 3 apples this year. 3 apples. That's cool. So this one's a later one. We got a Honey Crisp, semi-dwarf. All right. Here is my, well, my pompous is not doing great this year. Too cold. This is an Oriental pear. I'm excited to see what that will turn into one day. And that's my David Austin rose over there. Oh yeah. Alright, so all my gardens kind of look like this in July right now, where there's no flowers because the spring shrubs have lost their blooms, but the summer are late. So I should have some gladiolas and hydrangeas, but you can see my bobo's not even ready yet. So, I'm sorry guys. Okay, this guy is a frost peach. Never heard of it, but I'm excited to see what that's gonna look like. I'm excited to see my gladiolas that I got fancy ones for, but you know, there's nothing right now. Okay, most of my poppies are going, and getting ready to seed. But these ones just, I have to pull them. They're super cool. Yeah, they just are like weeds. It's ridiculous, but they're pretty. Okay, these are like, they are what I saw online. I think they might be double peony poppies. If I'm wrong, please let me know. One time I found a seed package in my grandfather's seeds after he passed, and then I planted them. They were like really old, but then they did seed at my mom's house, and somehow, I don't know, they ended up here, and they just, anywhere there's a garden, they just grow. So they're all over the yard, and I just let them do their thing, and I weed, or I pull out most of them just so I get some little clusters. So that's pretty cool. Got more gladiolas, some other hydrangeas and other plants ready to come up, and some snapdragons, but Bobo, are they ready? No. Depressing? Yep. I just want to see them. I just want to see them. So, yeah, I got some weeds to pick. I was gone for 8 days, so I'm working on that, guys. If you see one, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, this is the other garden that looks like the first one, but in here we have a different fruit tree. I've kind of worked my fruit trees into my gardens, so it's a little bit more like a decorative feature, but also edible. Kind of went for that. This one's a self-fertile, all of them are self-fertile, Italian early, and I know my neighbor has a lot of the same trees as me, and we have some orchards around here, so that's cool. Okay, we have one more tree to go find. We did install some new gardens along here, so that's cool. I'm excited about that. This one's new, has a little evergreen magnolia in it. I'm excited to see that. I had some gladiolas in here, but those ones look like they rotted in the rain. I just want everything to bloom. I'm so excited. Got some dahlias in all these gardens. I just want to see them. I just want to see them. Some lilies. I don't think a lot of these perennials are going to look that great this year, but I can't wait for the following year. My goodness. These guys are starting to come out. Had a real big aphid problem, so I've been having to hose them. Okay, if anybody knows what this is, please tell me. Little pink flowers. If you know what this is, I forgot to keep the tag. Now I regret it because I got rid of the tag. Please tell me in the comments. Say pink flower is, and let me know. I don't know what it is, and I would like to know what it is. Oh yeah. Okay. We got one more tree to look at, and I'll show you a couple dahlias. Okay, here we go, guys. Black turkey fig. And I've never grown figs. I've actually never eaten like a fig that's like not dehydrated from a store. I don't even see fresh figs in my life. So I'm gonna grow them. It's not like things that grow here. It's not like a apple. Look at these. These grow really good here. I don't know. They grow like crazy. I have to wire them up. They're so big. All right. Those are like 5 years old, so they're pretty mature. Let's look at these dahlias real quick. And I'll show you some of my rose bushes I got, and then I think that's it. Also got some gladiolas, well, being overtaken by this dahlia. Look at it. It's so cute. So cute. It's my first year ever doing dahlias. Oh, but look at these aphids. They keep coming back and I keep hosing them off. Awful year. A lot of mosquitoes and a lot of aphids. Had a lot of slugs. This guy's doing real nice. Beautiful. I gotta come do some deadheading, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I just want to see what this thing is. I feel like it's gonna be more exciting next year when there's not 3 sticks. Some things take a little time. This one's not as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. Like, is it just this? Little red. Mediocre. Okay, all my roses are on year 1, so they're looking really tiny. If that's what you're wondering, you're like, whoa, this rose is tiny. Yeah, it is. I gotta come deadhead them again. Trim them. This is called Cutie Pie. I have another David Austin up there. Currently has no blooms. I gotta come cut that one dead one off. But hopefully this one looks really good. I'm gonna try to do some cuttings maybe later in the summer or in the fall with some of these guys. Or like that one, so I can get maybe another one for the front. I got pink hydrangea there. Again, I mean, looks, that's my black-eyed Susans. They should be gorgeous, but they're not yet. They're not even open. Look at this, it's summer. There's like no flowers. Depressing. Everything's just about to open. Like, so close. I just want some summer flowers, guys. We got more hydrangeas in the front and some other things, but they're just not there yet. Not there yet. Nothing's blooming. Nowhere. Very few. It should look cool, but it's not great. Not really excited yet. So I'll show you my other 2 roses. Nothing is blooming. Not this crocosmia. I would love to see that. That's gonna look cool. Nice and red, right? Not these lilies that are looking sad. Not my snapdragon. This one's another new rose bush, so I'm sorry it looks crazy, but it's new. Give it some time, guys. That one's called Rainbow's End. I have another one on the other side, looks a little bit better. Brutal. Brutal. Yeah, I got more gladiolas, not blooming. Snapdragon and orange crocosmias, not blooming. Another dahlia, doing really terrible. See, this guy on the other side's a lot better. A lot better. But you can tell there's been a lot of rain. Because when I came back, the leaves looked, I mean, the petals look not so great. You could tell. You could tell. That's what they should look like. So I'm gonna have to come in and thin it in. Yep, that's about it. So essentially I got some veggies. Finally, that's good. But my gardens should look cooler, but they don't yet. What can I do about it? It's finally hot, so we should hopefully have some action very soon, or else I'm gonna be very impatient, because I was planning for a July, August bloom, because we don't have much time here. Very short amount of summer. We're gonna get frost in October. September starts getting cool again and rainy. So I need that to happen, guys. Okay, anyway, what can you do? So I guess I'll lift them out, plant them again next year if it fails. But I don't know, it's a little bit disappointing. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I'm going to end this episode with watering my vegetable garden. And make sure you subscribe. Let me know what that pink flower was in the comments. I really want to know. I don't know what it is. All right, let's go water, and then I'll see you next time.